The World Health Organization claims that lower back pain is the single leading cause of disability worldwide. It's a global epidemic affecting millions of people.
And I've got it, and I need to make it stop.
The Mayo Clinic says that most back pain can get better after a month of treatment.
But we don't have a month. We have 7 days.
Because I leave in just 1 week to visit my family in Colorado. And I only get to see them once a year. Oh, and while I'm visiting, my mom wants to play the most challenging sport known to mankind. No, not that. I'm talking about pickleball.
But right now I can barely move. This might not work. But we don't have time to lie around and doubt ourselves. Because it's time to implement
the 7-day back pain elimination plan.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's 3 main steps to our 7-day plan. Number 1, do corrective exercises every single day. Twice a day, because we only have 7 days. Number 2, avoid sitting for long periods of time. And number 3, do light activity every day and stop all activities that increase pain.
Before I show you all the specific exercises I'll be doing to fix my lower back pain, let me tell you where I got them from. During the lovely days of the COVID shutdown, in the year of our Lord 2020, I completed a specialization in corrective exercise. This is when I learned that I have something that a lot of people have. And it's called anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt happens when the front of your pelvic bone is being pulled down by tight hip flexor muscles and underactive abdominals. And the back of your pelvic bone is being pulled up by tight lower back muscles and underactive glutes and hamstrings. And this anterior pelvic tilt is causing my lower back pain, making me more prone to injury, and making my stomach and butt stick out like a duck. Now, there is some debate on whether or not anterior pelvic tilt actually needs to be fixed, but for me, it is problematic. Because anytime I deadlift or squat, I can feel my hip flexors and my lower back tightening up. And last week, when I was squatting, I actually strained a muscle called the psoas.
My back! Oh, my back!
So I'm gonna try and fix this by doing the following corrective exercises twice a day. First, we need to deactivate the tight muscles that are pulling my pelvic bone out of a neutral alignment. So I'm stretching my quadriceps, then my psoas and other hip flexors, and finally, I'm stretching my lower back. Static stretches like these are really good for releasing tension in the muscles. But we also need to deactivate the covering of these muscles, which is called the fascia. If you're a fancy chiropractor, you might call this fascia.
When I was in practice for 30 years, I didn't learn about fascia.
His what?
His fascia, Dr. Evil.
His farger?
Now you can use all sorts of tools to release the fascia, from a foam roller to massage guns, Theracanes, and even different types of sports balls. I'll be using my C2 Pro massage gun because it feels good. After you stretch and release the overactive muscles, you'll need to strengthen the underactive ones. So I'll be activating my hamstrings and glutes by doing hip bridges. Then I'll activate my abdominals by doing planks, and finally, leg lifts. I've also included a complete list of the exercises in this routine in the description of this video if you want to try it out for yourself. So I just finished the first of 2 sets of daily corrective exercises, but I can't expect just 2 10-minute sessions of exercises to fix my lower back in just 7 days if I revert right back to what caused it in the first place. But what exactly is causing my anterior pelvic tilt? Is it genetics?
Hey,
Mom,
what?
I have a serious question for you.
What is it?
Do you have anterior pelvic tilt?
I have no idea.
Do you have a duck butt?
A duck butt? I got a fat butt. I don't know if that But.
Okay, so it's probably environmental. And this is likely the biggest cause of my problems. The CDC estimates that the average person spends between 6.5 and 8 hours a day sitting. And all that time I spend editing videos for YouTube increases my risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and yes, lower back pain. That's why I'll also be switching from sitting in this computer chair all day long to standing up. Because standing should engage my core, my hamstrings, and my glutes, also known as the booty. So I finished up everything for the first 2 days. I used my standing desk all day long, and I did the 2 sessions of the corrective exercises. And on day number 3, I woke up feeling pretty good. The tightness in my lower back is starting to ease up, and my psoas isn't nearly as sore as it was just 2 days ago. I'm not even a dad. I don't know why I do these things. But today we're adding in step number 3. So I started adding in a 60-minute walk between my 2 exercise sessions in order to keep things loose and help with my recovery. I've also not been back to the gym to lift weights since I injured myself last week, and I'll be refraining from all activities other than my corrective exercises and this walking until I play pickleball with my mom. And now I'm gonna put the phone down to catch some totally natural B-roll of me walking. It's day 4, and I don't really feel like doing the exercises today. If you want the truth, corrective exercises are kinda boring. Stretch, flex, repeat. It's like going to physical therapy every single day. And it's the biggest reason I haven't stuck with doing these in the past, because I just get kind of bored doing the same thing every single day. And because these aren't the types of exercises that are going to make your muscles grow noticeably bigger or stronger, it gets kind of tedious and demotivating, which makes it really hard to set aside the time to do them consistently. But we've got to do them. I don't want to let my mom down, so I've never done anything in my life that has let her down in the past. So nothing else matters right now except pickleball. My wife still matters to me right now, for the record. But here's a super awesome montage of me doing everything on day 4 and 5. I can't honestly say that I looked forward to doing these exercises, but I got them done, and they really only take me about 15 minutes to do. And I'm starting to feel significantly better. I still have a little bit of pain in my psoas, which makes me a little nervous that I might re-injure it when playing pickleball, but I'm feeling kind of hopeful. This might actually work. So just 3 days left. My favorite part of this entire routine is definitely the walking. It's really nice to enjoy the last of the warmer weather before winter blows in and ruins everything. And walking really helps to clear my head, and it gets me out of the house. I've also really enjoyed using this massage gun on a daily basis, which isn't something I've done in the past. The C2 Pro massage gun has a cold and hot therapy attachment, as well as different speed settings. I've been using the hot attachment at a lower speed to loosen up my tight hip flexors. Feel that in my fascia. Then I switched to a cold setting and a faster speed for my calves to improve muscle recovery after my walks. I've also been using a different attachment at the end of the day on the bottoms of my feet, because my dogs are barking from all that extra standing I've been doing at my desk. And I have other massage guns, but for some reason, this one just feels better than the other ones. It's much more lightweight, and it just feels good. And today's the day we're headed out to Colorado. It's also the first day I'll be spending significant time sitting again, which I am a little worried about since that's likely what caused my issues in the first place. So I did my exercises before heading to the airport.
Session number 1.
And I'm also bringing the massage gun with me since it's super portable and pretty lightweight. The 4-hour flight to Denver didn't do me any favors. Denver. And my back is killing me. And there's people everywhere. And while the 2-hour drive from the Denver airport was pretty, it also didn't help my back out. So once I got to my mom's house, I immediately did my second round of exercises.
And this is session number 2 in Colorado.
But I didn't get to go for a walk because it was my sister's 40th birthday and we had to go celebrate.
And now that I've done these corrective exercises for 7 days, tomorrow we're going to find out if they've actually helped. And tomorrow's P Day. P Day. The P stands for pickleball. Fingers crossed I don't hurt myself tomorrow. Night. Okay, so my mom didn't want to be on video. I did get a picture though. See if you can pick out which one is my mom. But I did it. I played pickleball, and not only did I not re-injure myself, my back doesn't even hurt. And now that I'm back home, I can also tell you that I played pickleball not once, but 5 days in a row. I also got to hike a really big mountain with my brother. And then I climbed literally thousands of stairs straight up another mountain with my sister. But here's the really funny thing. My anterior pelvic tilt hasn't gotten noticeably better yet. And even though I still have a duck butt, and even despite the exercises being pretty boring, I feel like doing them every day allowed me to enjoy all the fun activities I wanted to do with my family. And I got to meet a lot of really cool and fun people along the way. And that's what matters most. Sometimes we have to do the boring but necessary things right now so we can do the things that we want to do later. So even though you might not always see immediate results from just a week of starting something new, and even though you may feel like giving up because of this, the work you put in today just might allow you to do something pretty amazing tomorrow. You made it. It is absolutely terrifying up here.
What's a duck butt? Son, you are so